What's working this week when it comes to Facebook ads, YouTube ads? Let's just talk about the entire marketing landscape. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 fixes that I did with my private clients that is now getting them better results when it comes to the advertising platform. Now, there are so many factors that goes into whether or not your ads are going to perform. And one of the themes that I've been telling my students is, there is a fail-proof way to make any advertising platform work for you. But the one thing that we have to stop doing is treating ad platforms as slot machines. Now, it's not your fault that if you think that you should be getting $1 back for every dollar that you're putting into Facebook, or rather $2 back for every dollar that you're putting in Facebook, because that's what so many people say, right? But that is just a short-term fix that so many gurus are like, well, you should be seeing results immediately, or, you have to fix this and you have to fix this. And it just leads to so much overwhelm. And so every single week, I thought that I would put together this little mini show on what's working now in order to help you guys understand how I am using the advertising platform. And it's a little bit different than how most people are using the advertising platform. And so we're going to get right into it. And so 3 fixes that I helped my students fix this week. I'm just going to give you guys the 3, and then I'm going to go over each individual one. So the first fix that I'm going to walk you guys through is one of my students. She said her ads were converting, but her landing page wasn't. So her ads were like crushing it, but people just weren't opting in. So I'm going to show you what we did to fix that. The second fix that I'm going to walk you guys through is how many leads should you actually be getting before you are making any determinations on whether or not your funnel is performing. And then the third one is you're getting purchases, but maybe your conversion costs are higher. Maybe you're getting leads, but they're not hitting the lead cost that you would like to see. I'm going to walk you through how I've been helping my students fix those common problems. And so those are the 3 things we're going to be talking about today on what's working now. But for those of you guys who don't know me, maybe this is the first video you've ever seen. My name is Laurel Portier. I am the owner of adcoachingfor7.com, where I teach coaches, course creators, and service providers how to launch their own advertising across multiple platforms and in a way that actually fits their budget. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month just to see a return on your ad spend. And so that's what I try to make people aware of, is that you don't need to spend a lot of money to see results. You just have to understand the different strategies. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys a freebie on this video. Okay. So if you go to youtube.com/The Laurel Show, I just created a playlist of all of my best troubleshooting videos that I've done with my private students over the last year. And so you're going to learn things like what's with the learning phase? How do you get out of it? What if your ads aren't getting enough clicks, or maybe your clicks are too high? And so if you go to youtube.com/The Laurel Show, by the way, I would appreciate a subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, but I created a playlist. You're going to see it as soon as you land on my YouTube channel, of all of the best troubleshooting trainings that I did for my private clients. I just thought this would be a great opportunity for me to give you guys of something of high value, because I know a lot of you guys are freaking out because of the iOS updates and all of that. That is all covered inside that playlist. So just go to youtube.com/The Laurel Show. Now, let's get into that first fix. Okay. So one of my private students in my premium program, she came to me and said, Laurel, like all of my ads are hitting your KPIs. I've got a really great click-through rate. People are clicking over to my landing page, but my landing page isn't performing. And so whenever I had her pull up her landing page, immediately there was a lot of copy. Okay. And this is actually something that I learned from one of my dear friends, Sam Ocean, who once did an audit of my sales copy. And we kind of take the same principle over to the landing page. Like sometimes people overdo it with copy. And the number one place that I see people overdo it with copy is on landing pages. Now, remember, a sales page, we're trying to get them to do a committed action like buying, like pulling out their wallet. So obviously sales pages need to be a little bit longer. But whenever you're trying to get people to opt in to your freebie, your landing page, sometimes putting too much copy actually can deter some people into actually opting in. Maybe they think it's too much work. Maybe you're just saying too much on the landing page. And so one of the changes that I quickly had her made, I was like, you know what? There are only 3 things that you need to have on that landing page. 1, you need to know who it's for. 2, why are they here? And what are they going to get if they move forward? And so what I had her do was, take away so much of the copy that she had. She had gone into detail over the training and all of that fun stuff. And so what we ended up doing is, and a little context behind this is, we wanted them to opt into a 5-day challenge. So they were going to, if they opted in, she had a very sophisticated follow-up sequence that was going to go out. So what I wanted to make sure was that we were going for volume. Whenever we're doing challenges, we want to go for volume. And so the first thing that I had her do was remove everything that was below the fold. I was like, what can we say right here above the fold that's going to get people to opt in? And so all we did was remove a lot of stuff that she didn't need. And we only left the headline, the bullet points, a little about her, and 3 testimonials, and then a button. So we took out all of the details and all of her big, long, background information and all of that fun stuff. And we literally just kept it as, hey, who is this for? Why are they here? And what are they going to get if they move forward? And lo and behold, immediately she started getting in leads at the cost that she wanted. Remember, before she had gotten 0 leads. She was getting great engagement on her ads. And so all we did was just shorten her landing page and left it to, who is it for? Why are they here? And what are they going to get if they move forward? Okay. So fix number 2, this is a big one. I get so many people who come to me, and I do funnel audits inside my premium program. So once people are running ads, more than likely it's hardly ever their ads. And so with my premium students, I like to tell them to look at the entire funnel, not just a small part of it, which is ads, right? And which, by the way, if you want to get on the list for my premium program, you could have me as your ad consultant over the next several weeks. I'm actually about to do a webinar ads intensive with my premium members. Premium's only $297 a month, and you can get on the wait list if you go to laurelportier.com/ad squad. All of the information is there. But so a lot of my premium students, they'll come to me and they'll only have like maybe 200 leads that have opted in. And they're like, well, no one's buying or no one's booking a call. And so I always tell my students, let's budget to get 500 leads as fast as possible so that we could look at the entire funnel, right? Because the first 100 leads, they might not be your ideal audience, because remember, Facebook is still optimizing and trying to find the right people for your offer. And so I always tell people 500, okay? If you could budget for 500 leads, so let's say you're getting leads at $10 a day. To get 500 leads, you're going to need a $5,000 budget, right? If you are getting $5 leads, you're going to need $2,500 for your budget. And so I always tell people, like, let's get 500 leads into your funnel so that we can check out how they go through your emails, how they go through the ad sequences, how they go through the reverse organic strategy that I have in place. How do they go through the hot 7 once they hit the application or the sales page? Remember, if we only have 200 leads, there's going to be a very small percentage of them that are ever even going to make it past the lead magnet, right? Like whenever we have opt-ins for a webinar, only about 50 to 60% of people ever even watch the webinar. Like, how many of you guys are guilty? I'm guilty of it. I will opt in to watch a webinar or training, and it literally just lives in my inbox and it gets buried, and I never ever see the webinar. And so we have to account for that. And so that's why I always tell my students, let's get 500 leads into the funnel so that we could see how many people are actually making it through that first 7 days of the sequence. And that includes ads, that includes the Instagram strategy, that includes emails. We want to see how many people are actually making it to that end goal, whether that is a sales page or a application page. Okay, so 500 leads. So that was the second fix that I really had to work with my private students on this week. Now, the third one is a big one, and it is a question that I get not only with my own private students, but with students who are in other programs who are trying to sell like mini workshops, students who are trying to get people on their mini webinars. And so this third one is, what if I am getting purchases or I'm getting leads, but they are above my key performance indicators, my metrics? So let's say you have a $27 product, but you're getting sales for like $80. Okay, we can pull some data from that. We're like, okay, the offer is converting. People are liking it, this particular audience that you're running ads to. And so here's what I like to do. If I see any type of like conversion, it could be above KPIs, whatever. A lot of people want to turn those off because they're like, whoa, that's way too high. But what I like to do is I like to keep it on, but I like to optimize based on that ad set and that ad angle. Okay, because every time you're placing ad, it's an ad angle. There's a difference between ad angles and ad variations. Okay, so for instance, one of my best performing ads to get people in my $7 program talks about, hey, this ad is only costing me $2 a day to run, and on average, I'll get 3 to 4 sales a week running this $2 ad. And so I saw that this ad specific was performing really well. And so that's an ad angle, right? The $2, hey, this ad is only costing me $2 a day. That's an ad angle. So what I did was I cranked out different variations of that same ad. And so I cranked out a couple of static image ads, a couple of organic image ads. I cranked out more videos talking about the $2 ads that I'm running. I was exploiting that ad angle. And so I was able to take my purchase cost down from $15, $16 a purchase. I was able to take that all the way down to $2 and $3 because I exploited. I didn't stop and say, oh, well, this ad's not working because it's hitting above my KPI. I went and said, hey, our audience, there's something here. They're buying because of this, but maybe I didn't get their attention enough inside the newsfeed. So I went and made a big and bold graphic. Like, how many of you guys have seen my ads? Like, my ads are big and bold, and they're big and bold for a reason, is because I want people to stop the scroll and read my offer. And so, you know, they always say like average CTR all, you want it to be 3%, right? You want 3% of those people to see your ad and stop the scroll. Well, I didn't stop at 3%. I kept exploiting and putting out more variations on the ads that were performing well, to where now a lot of my $7 ads are like 20, 21% CTR all, because I go bigger, I go bolder, and I get more attention. So that is the fix that I always help my students optimize through, is like, are you getting results? If yes, let's crank out more variations, not change the ad angle, but change the variations and the imagery to see if maybe we're not going big and bold with our colors. We're not getting enough people's attention, because if we can get more people to stop the scroll, remember, stopping the scroll is the very first mission that we have. Once we can get people to stop the scroll, everything through the rest of the funnel is going to improve if we're getting more people in. And so that's where I always start. Are we getting enough people's attention? If people are buying, then we need to get more people's attention. And one of the best ways that we can improve that cost per purchase is by getting more people to stop the scroll, click through the ad, and actually see the offer. So I hope you guys got a lot of value. Don't forget, if you go to youtube.com/The Laurel Show, I have created a playlist of all of the best troubleshooting trainings that I did with my private clients over the last year. You're going to learn how to update all of the stuff for the iOS update. You're going to learn how to verify your domain and all of this stuff, troubleshooting through the learning phase, ads not working, click-through rates not working, all of that fun stuff. There's about 10 videos. Just go see, and hopefully that troubleshooting playlist is going to help so many of you guys get one step further than you are right here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any troubleshooting questions, drop them below this video, because I could cover them on next week's What's Working Now. And I'll see you guys